Now, a little earlier, we spoke to Congolese government spokesperson Lambert Mende on the line in Kinshasa and asked him to confirm that 2 Caucasian bodies have been uncovered in the Kasai region.
The police is confirming now that the 3 bodies of 1 Congolese and 2 white people have arrived in Kananga. They have brought back the bodies in Kananga. The white lady have been beheaded, and the man was not beheaded. And it seems that they were killed in a determinate period. The scientific police is investigating to know exactly when they have been killed and by who they have been killed. But the bodies are already in MONUSCO hospital in Kananga.
Well, for more reactions to that development from the United Nations, we're joined live from New York by Liling Tan. Liling, what's been the reaction so far to the discovery of these 2 bodies in the DRC? If it does turn out to be the UN investigators, who actually ordered them into what turns out to be a rather volatile region?
Well, the UN monitors were sent there to investigate reports of human rights abuses, and they were operating under the auspices of the United Nations. And when they went missing and were reported abducted, now the mission there, MONUSCO, had informed the press earlier in March of their disappearance and had been searching for them. So even though we do not have confirmation on the identities of these bodies that have just been discovered, it does seem that the authorities believe that they could be the missing UN investigators. Now, we just heard from government spokesperson there, Lambert Mende. He has said that the bodies have been transferred to a mortuary in Kananga, where forensic work has begun. And we also know that Michael Sharp's father had written on Facebook as well that dental records and DNA samples are being used to ascertain their identities, but he also acknowledged that given there were no other reports of missing Caucasians in the region, there is a very strong likelihood that these are the bodies of his son and his son's colleague, Zaida.
And if it does turn out to be these 2 missing UN workers, what might this mean for the future of the UN peacekeeping mission in the DRC?
Well, the UN just said during its noon briefing about a half hour ago that it does hope it can continue to send UN monitors and investigators to go where they need to go in order to do their work. But it also acknowledges that sufficient steps need to be taken to protect them and keep them secure. Now, for the UN, though, the latest development underscores the need for the UN mission there, MONUSCO, to continue working on the ground to address the security situation, to observe the human rights conditions, and also to push through a political solution or an electoral process. And that mission's mandate, by the way, is due to expire this Friday, which is why within 24 hours, the Security Council will meet to vote on extending this resolution. And the expectation is that the Council will indeed renew and extend this mandate, given the deteriorating situation on the ground.
Indeed, and we will keep an eye on those developments.